Could these be the 10 greatest hip-hop albums in history? In today's video, we list 10 albums that were and are still very successful in the history of music. But in any case, it's your opinion. At the end of the video, list in your opinion which albums are the greatest in history. Let's go to this magnificent list. Number 1. Tupac, All Eyez on Me, 1996. All the struggles haunting Tupac Shakur, mortality, black humanity, real and imaginary rivals, media notoriety, Suge Knight, resonate, tremble, and defy within the precisely challenging 27 tracks of All Eyez on Me. The MC auteur, freshly released from prison, summons a cast of excellent and fully committed voices, Snoop, Nate Dogg, Method Man, E40, among others, and studio talents, Daz, Johnny J, DJ Quik, Dr. Dre. To accompany his torrent of demanding energy. It's all personal, political, life, death, and California love makes it rain bloodstained money. It's a true masterpiece. Number 2. Mobb Deep, the infamous 1995. If Mobb Deep's second album were just Shook Ones, PT2 repeated 10 times in a row, it would still be a first-class member in the Hall of Fame. The late and great Prodigy's opening verse alone is filled with chilling bars worthy of inclusion in a Norton poetry anthology, from smack you in the face, stab your brain with your nose bone to I'm only 19, but my mind is old. And Havoc's monochromatic and tinkling beat is minimalist gold. Yet, Shook Ones is just one of the many unforgettable moments in the rough gym of New York's golden era of rap. In tracks like Survival of the Fittest, Eye for an Eye, Trife Life, and The Start of Your Ending, P and Havoc create a unique world of menace and mystery, turning cold-hearted threats into the epitome of style. Number 3. Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt, 1996. There was a cultivated inevitability around Reasonable Doubt. Jay-Z's reputation as a freestyle MC with a hot demo, mogul image, and a discreetly funded label he co-founded, Rockefeller, industry connections, support from Big Daddy Kane. Top-notch beats, features from Biggie, Mary J. Blige, plus a single Ain't No Nigga with Foxy Brown, already stirring up New York clubs and radios. But this sharply refined record elevated Jay to an artistic elite level, though not yet commercial. He had the ruthlessly lucid narrative of crime, subtle shifts in dialogue and perspective, arrogant wordplay, and a lofty view of the corporate world. The result, a captivating, poetic, champagne-souled music from a wise man with well-earned scars. Number 4. Eminem, The Marshall Mathers LP 2000. Following the Slim Shady LP, national conversations about Eminem began to boil. Reading the room, the blue-eyed diabolical MC ramped up the intensity, and the explosive debate ensued. Was he a loathsome scourge or an artistic prankster? This debate became his most fruitful inspiration. Here, he crafts a series of unique and captivating pieces. A fan writes disturbing letters. He threatens matricidal revenge. He has a psychotic outburst and screams at his wife. Driven by Dr. Dre's vivid production, he even enchanted Nobel Prize-winning poet Seamus Heaney. Number 5. Nas, Illmatic, 1994. The earliest recorded appearances of Nasty Nas, Live at the Barbecue by Main Source, Halftime from the Zebrahead soundtrack, were like Shakespearean freestyle, reconfigured into studio songs. But the tight set of 10 tracks on Illmatic cast a timeless spell, project poetry with documentary depth and vocalese so subtly resonant that you could see and feel the stairwells of Queensbridge homes. Ultimately, Nas's reflections were the intuitive philosophy of a 20-year-old old soul, but the roster of talented producers, the key man Large Professor, along with Pete Rock, DJ Premier, and Q-Tip, artistically shaped the songs with affectionate strokes of jazz funk that felt divinely inspired. Number 6. Lauryn Hill, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, 1998. Seeking to express herself beyond the immense success of the Fugees, Lauryn Hill, at 23, delivered a feminist hip-hop soul masterpiece on her 1998 debut. The opening punch still surprises. The anthem, Lost Ones, transitions to the brutal breakup ballad, X Factor. The thunderous hit Doo-Wop, That Thing, is interspersed with To Zion, an ode to her first child, and Superstar, a call for a more inspiring mass culture. With a duration of 77 minutes, Miseducation overflows with brilliant, sometimes contradictory, insights, captivating melodies, and plenty of moralizing, a virtuoso blockbuster that redefined every genre it touched. Number 7. The Notorious B.I.G., Ready to Die, 1994. Ready to Die marked the precise moment when the golden era of hip-hop transitioned into its modern era, the pinnacle of New York hip-hop, and the sound of the greatest rapper of all time at the height of his abilities. The album kicks off with the necessary theatrics for a high-stakes debut. Before becoming the Notorious B.I.G., Christopher Wallace had been involved in business and drug dealing to survive, experiences he channeled into impactful and semi-autobiographical songs after signing with Uptown Records in 1992. When his A&R representative Sean "Puffy" Combs was fired, Wallace's future seemed uncertain, but everything changed when Ready to Die was released by Combs' Bad Boy Records in 1994. Biggie softened his raw fatalism with a gentle and subtle sense of humor, honing a dichotomy between tough and smooth that would become a template for decades of artists. From the grand cinema of the four skits and intro, to the triumph of Juicy, to the dark honesty of Suicidal Thoughts, the album remains a dark and innovative classic that stared death in the eyes and became larger than life. Number 8. NWA, Straight Outta Compton, 1988. When NWA recorded Straight Outta Compton, they didn't call their music gangsta rap, it was reality rap. Tracks like Gangsta Gangsta, If It Ain't Rough, and Straight Outta Compton reflected the everyday lives of proud former gangster Eazy-E, producer DJ's Dr. Dre and Yella, and lyricist/news presenters Ice Cube and MC Ren. Some tracks were misogynistic, I Ain't the One. Some talked about drinking and driving 8-Ball. Some dealt with drug issues, Dope Man, and all were about not caring. The album's most incendiary track, Fuck the Police, was for 100 years in the making, according to Ice Cube. Number 9. Dr. Dre, The Chronic, 1992. The first album released by Death Row/Interscope was revolutionary. Its synthesized bass lines, Parliament samples, and raucous anthems set the standard that reverberated through West Coast gangsta rap. Combining bouncy beats with charismatic lyricists, especially the then-unknown Snoop Dogg, The Chronic was agile, concise, and immediately memorable. 30 years later, any track from the album, whether Wit Dre Day, Nothing But a G-Tang, or D's Nuts, can still make heads nod with hypnotized affection, because, among other things, The Chronic remains one of the greatest party albums of all time. Number 10. Snoop Doggy Dogg, Doggy Style, 1993. To brag, I was sipping gin and juice in the studio with Dr. Dre and Snoop during the Doggy Style sessions, so I briefly watched as Dre seamlessly integrated a revolving door of rappers, singers, live musicians, and others into a boldly undulating, digitally contoured tapestry of crushed velvet blaxploitation funk. With Snoop's slippery and cunning flow, the album eventually reached 11 times platinum worldwide. While The Chronic's explicit shots floated through the haze of the LA uprising, Doggy Style was the scandalous party, post-bunk session effects. We've reached the end of the video, and now it's up to you. Comment here which hip-hop albums are your favorites. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.